Hey man, welcome back to the channel. I've been trying to write a review for Grave Next Door's latest album, Sorry No Candy, and I'm just having a hard time. Not because it's hard to write about the band, it's just it's hard to write about it and not listen and get excited, and I need to tell people about this. About 2 years ago, they came out with an album called Sanctified Heathen, and what I wrote in there was pretty harsh. I mean, Stoner Doom is an extremely competitive genre. It's like every single fan of the genre is in a band. So there are just thousands and thousands of bands putting stuff out. I thought they had some of the best songwriting I'd heard, and they do. This band knows how to write a song, but it came across to me like the song writing was a little bit above their skill level. And so I made that comment. I put it in the blog. I'll have it in the links down below. And the band Salerno, the drummer, got in touch with me and said, "Hey, man, we agree with everything you said. Thanks for taking the time." And full disclosure, we're friends. We chat. We've shared some personal stuff. So ever since I wrote that, Grave Next Door has proven themselves to be like the archetype of what an American heavy rock band should be. They've done things that, like, they live in Michigan and they had a chance to play a gig in Texas. I don't know if they made it any money. So they drove from Michigan to Texas. They designed their shirt on the way there. They're just balls out. One of the hardest working bands. And I'm not going to tell Patrick's story here, but really, if Hollywood ever decides to make a movie about a current heavy rock band or any independent filmmaker, Grave Next Door is going to be the best. So I had criticisms that I think were legitimate. It's like some of their they would change up on time, they would change up on tempo, and it wasn't that good. So Sorry No Candy, did they do any better? They didn't change a thing. In fact, everything that I heard that was wrong with Sanctified Heathen, they leaned into and perfected it. This is, if there's one album that you listen to this year that exemplifies the spirit, the fury, the raw ability, and the craftsmanship of modern American heavy rock, this is it. It is a tour de force. The songs are even better than on Sanctified Heathen. Um, Tony Salerno's vocals they're raw, they're real, and they're way more confident. Brendan Reeder, and I'm confused about his status in the band. I'll have to ask the guys. His bass playing is inventive. The dude arpeggiates. It's like normally in modern stoner doom, the bass is playing the root fifth. And no, Brendan, he very tasteful. He's not trying to be Jaco Pastorius. He's not trying to be John Ellisel, but damn, it is the tone is nasty as heck. But the thing that draws me to this album, probably more than anything else, is the drum work of Patrick Salerno. That has, again, he has definite limitations. He's never going to be Neil Peart. He's never going to be Bill Ward. But there are other drummers throughout history, like Mick Fleetwood comes to mind, where they know exactly what to play, when to play it. His drumming gives space to the rest of the band, and his cymbal work it's just really good. The production from Tommy Stewart is on point. This is focus and it's raw. And these guys coming like they do from Michigan, that's the heartland. That's the birthplace of a lot of heavy trends. You had the MC5, you had Iggy and the Stooges, and they bring that kind of raw intensity to it that it really is an obsessive listen. I really think if a million people hear this album, roughly 100,000 to 200,000 are going to become completely obsessed with the genre. It's one of the best albums of the year. It's definitely In my talk too for November, Sergeant Thunderhoof's a hard act, but don't mistake it. Sergeant Thunderhoof, Grave Next Door are two sides of the same coin. I cannot recommend this album enough. I really think that there are millions of people around the world that need to hear what Grave Next Door has accomplished. And for me, the big standout uh, is the songwriting too. You know, every single song it sounds like Grave Next Door, but they're not boring. They're not repeating the same thing time after time after time. These are really carefully written, well thought out songs that they ebb and flow and they build in intensity. Favorite song on the album, no doubt, is No Surprise, which is the last song.
No surprise, no surprise. Lay me down in the dooms and sea, beneath the sky. Lay me down in the dooms and sea, beneath the sky.
It's really it just stream it on your streamer of choice. Buy it for God's sake, buy it. And by everything I've ever heard, this is also a band you need to see live because apparently the intensity that this three piece. Oh, and lest I forget, they have a cover of Cream's White Room that I know it went through my head. I'm like, more classic rock. No, it is really good, and it showcases everything the Grave Next Door is becoming really, really good at, which is tempo changes, which is ebbing and flowing. It's a very original take. It honors the first, but it is not a copy by any means. So enough of me yapping. Grave Next Door. Sorry, no candy. You've got to check this out. It's stellar. Stay tuned. We'll have more later.